Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is world champion once again. It didn't look like that was going to happen a few years ago after getting blasted by Srisaket Rungvisai. It looked like Chocolatito was not only not going to be at the world level again, but he may never come back to boxing. He fought just once in 2018, once in 2019. There was the knee surgery. And for a guy who was in his 30s at that point and already a 4-weight world champion, it seemed like we may have seen the last of that great little man. But no, he must have trained like a demon for this fight, because his stamina, the fluidity, that familiar rhythm just got Kal Yafai in all kinds of trouble, in a hurricane of leather, and he couldn't get out of it. It wasn't competitive. Maybe you could have given Yafai a couple of even rounds, but he really didn't know what to do. And there's a lot of hindsight experts here saying he fought the wrong fight. Well, I tell you what, you go and help Yafai, try and get him a rematch and come up with a game plan to get away from Gonzalez, because it's not as simple as just trying to move away from him. He's so good at tracking you and keeping his cascade combinations going that he just knows how to hunt you. And is being aggressive, as Yafai was that the wrong game plan going in? I don't think it was. Gonzalez has been inactive. He's had that knee surgery. He was taken out against Rungvisai, which will always be in the very back of his mind. Yafai being younger, less miles, and clearly bigger on the TV screen. Being aggressive was not so bad of an idea. It just didn't work out, because ultimately, it's the old saying, but this really was a case of levels. Now, Chocolatito isn't just an offensive genius. The fact he can just keep the combinations going and be so creative. He has so many ways of opening you up. There's a lot of things he does, a lot of intricacies that people miss, that made them denounce him ever being considered pound for pound number one, which is the subtle defensive moves he has. Yeah, he gets hit with the odd shot because he's so aggressive and in your face, but Chocolatito always does clever things. If you watch where his guard is, he drops his elbows to catch off body shots. He'll be punching, quickly catch one off, then carry on the combination. So there's a lot of intricacy to his style, and he mixes up a conventional defense, catching punches while then carrying on his combination with leaning back as well. He'll be hitting you with 4 or 5 shots, lean back, come back, boom, 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 lean back, catch one, catch the body shot, back on you. If you pay attention to what's going on in high definition video, you can really see the offensive and defensive genius of Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. And it just made life very, very hard indeed for Kal Yafai. He was, I think, in distress early. The mouthpiece was out in round 2. It was out in round 3. He eventually got floored in round 8, in a round in which CompuBox had Roman Gonzalez throwing over 100 shots. Crazy stamina. And then in the next round, the 9th, he got properly pinged with a good crack that had him out for the count. Chocolatito, champion again at 32 years of age, adding another very good win onto an already an all-time great career. He is now in a prime position to light up that super flyweight division once more. But just a last word on those who just are very here today, gone tomorrow. When Chocolatito was first knocked out against Rungvisai, there were a lot of people who just said, oh, he was never pound for pound number one. As if being a 4-weight world champion didn't mean anything. I told you he was terrible. He's so hittable. At this weight, which isn't Gonzalez's best, he is always the smaller man. So what he's just done to Yafai there, younger, clearly bigger, it is definitely greatness.